Even as his $1.776 billion weaponization slush fund has basically died a slow and painful death, Donald Trump still isn't done with slush funds. And he recently announced that he was in fact creating yet another one to give $700 million of our tax money to a dying industry that, to be honest, should have been allowed to die 20 years ago. And that industry, of course, is the coal industry that Donald Trump, for some reason, seems to be obsessed with. But he announced recently the creation of a $700 million slush fund to prop up this industry and encourage them to build more coal-fired power plants here in the United States. Here's how that breakdown works. He invoked the Defense Production Act to direct $700 million in tax dollars to the industry. $425 million is going to go to 13 coal projects across the country. An additional $185 million in U.S. energy grants to build 2 new coal power facilities, and another $75 million in taxpayer funds to build the proposed West Gateway Coal Export Terminal in Oakland, California. So before all you Republicans get out there and say, well, we need it because energy prices is sky high, then why are we using our tax dollars to build a coal export terminal in California? Right? So this $700 million, with that 75 tucked in there to build an export terminal, is not going to lower your energy prices, folks. No, we're doing this so that they can send more coal overseas. So we're not even going to reap the benefits of this. We're just going to get more pollution and not lower energy prices. So I don't want to hear a single Republican tell me like, oh, you just want high energy prices. Dumbass, you're still going to have high energy prices. Let me tell you this. I was an environmental reporter for well over a decade, okay? Even back then, over 10 years ago, I was doing stories about how the rest of the world was already abandoning coal. They weren't building new coal-fired power plants. They were building renewable energy infrastructure all over the world, even in places like China. We were the only country 10 years ago still trying to invest more in coal to prop up this dying industry because it was dying. And now here we are over a decade later, still doing the same damn thing. Everybody else on planet Earth has moved on, okay? They're trying to get away from it. We're tripling down on this same source of energy we've been using in the United States for over 2 centuries, right? Hundreds of years we have been burning coal. There are new technologies. There are cleaner forms of energy. There are more efficient forms of energy. But we, as a country, one of the few countries on planet Earth, are just saying, no, we want the coal. We love the pollution. We love the cancer that comes along with it. We love the environmental destruction. It's all so great. It's just so awesome. And the rest of the world is looking at us like a bunch of backwoods Neanderthal hillbillies, which as a country is really what we are at this point. We are stuck over 200 years in the past. And Donald Trump wants to take us back, wants to keep us there, and he wants to spend your tax dollars to do it. And as I said, the kicker is we're not even the ones who are going to benefit from it because they're going to ship that coal overseas. Why? Because they can't even do it here because we're already at capacity. Your energy prices are not high because we've run out of coal or because we don't have enough coal-fired power plants. That's not the case. The reason is because the rest of the world isn't buying as much anymore. So we have to make up the difference in cost. And sure, there's going to be a new export terminal in California built with your tax dollars. And yeah, other countries will start buying coal. But now that you're already accustomed to paying the higher prices, they're not going to lower them. When does that ever happen, by the way? You know, we had a great comment one time in one of our live streams where somebody said prices only travel in one direction. And that is the truth. So no, we're going to spend $700 million. We're going to have more respiratory illnesses. We're going to have more cancer. We're going to exacerbate the issue of climate change. And we won't get a single thing in return. Not a single positive from any of this. But the coal companies, they got a hell of a payday coming up thanks to Trump's new slush fund. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.